Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is literally a very spontaneous video. I've been at the tattoo shop all day and I've just been thinking to myself, do you know what? Enough is enough. I was at the shop today looking up like saving schemes and stuff like this, and me and Joey have been on the fence about how to sort of save some money and not spend so much money or waste so much money. This month in particular, I've sort of been on a spending budget as such. Like, I pulled £100 out of my bank and I had to make it last me a month, and so far we're halfway through the month and I'm halfway through the budget, so I feel like I'm doing pretty well with that. But some months we just blow our money on stuff that we can't even sort of acknowledge what we're spending our money on. Now, Joey obviously has no idea I'm filming this video, and what he does with his money is completely up to him. I'm not asking him to sort of take note of what I'm saying here today. It's more to do with my personal thoughts and feelings over the last sort of 3 or 4 months. Now, from your side of things, you probably won't see that it's a big issue, or it might not feel like a big issue for you, but I'm in the middle of something where I feel like, in a way, I'm kind of trapped. I feel like I done YouTube for a hobby, and I will always stand by that. It is a hobby for me. It's never going to be a job. There was once upon a time when I thought, do you know what, I hope that I can make a career out of this, but I don't. I do not want a career out of YouTube. If one day I decide to pull the plug on YouTube and never do YouTube again, I don't want to feel like I've made a commitment to it because it's a job. Like, obviously I have to go to work and earn money, but this is meant to be fun, and I feel like it's not fun anymore in some ways. I feel like I do it for the wrong reasons now, and I feel like I just need to pull myself in and regain why I done this in the first place. Now, this isn't like any sort of pity show or anything like that. This is generally me expressing some feelings to you guys, especially if you're sort of new YouTubers, or you're somebody who watches me for inspiration. I just wanted to tell you a few home truths. So the first thing I want to say is, like, the truth about YouTube for me is I feel like, not just myself, but we get greedy. We get so greedy. We feel like we need everything. So new releases coming out, we want to be the first to review it. We want that video up there and then, so that you are more likely to get more views, and obviously that then in turn gives you more money. I find that you have to have this sort of balance between not telling the full truth. I don't do this, by the way, because I tell the truth. If people hate me for it, they hate me for it. But I feel like a lot of people review things and they don't tell the whole truth. They don't say if they don't like something, and that really, really irritates me, because just say you don't like something. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean someone else isn't going to like it. What really frustrates me is when someone says it's brilliant, you see them and they say that they hate it, or they never ever talk about that product again. Or sometimes I've seen people review things and say, oh look, it's got in the corner here a little ad sign, so they're clearly getting paid to say this. Oh, this is like my favourite thing from X, Y and Z, and it's brand new, not even touched, like unopened stuff. How do you know that you love this stuff if you've never used it? Huh? I really don't know. It's beyond me. I don't know. So, like, I feel like greed for views, money and stuff has a big part of YouTube, because if I didn't buy beauty boxes, I wouldn't get any views. Well, I might do, but I wouldn't get. That would be like 1/10 of my views cut from subscription boxes. If I didn't get any views, then I wouldn't gain any subscribers. And if I didn't gain any subscribers, most people would wonder why I sat here and done videos in the first place. Well, the reason that is because it's a hobby. For me, it kills time. It gives me something to do, it gives me something to work on, it makes me feel creative. But I don't feel creative anymore. I just don't feel that creative kick in YouTube for me anymore. And the main reason I started it all these years ago was because my friends were getting married, getting pregnant, living their lives with their partners, and at the time I didn't have a partner, and I just didn't have anything to fill my time with, and I wanted to fill my time with something. Yeah, but I feel like because the bigger YouTubers are getting bigger, they're getting these products to review instead of being the same. They're saying that they love the same things every week, and then obviously they're getting new things and saying that they love that. So we're going out and buying things with our money that they've recommended. Well, I don't do that because I don't really watch big YouTubers, but it's easy for people to get sucked in. Like, the only thing I really felt like I got sucked into was beauty boxes, advent calendars and makeup revolution, as crazy as that sounds. I feel like I was sucked into that for a long time. I've definitely curbed makeup revolution purchases, and I look at it's not like I look at it and feel negative now. Like, if you're as a YouTuber or a makeup fanatic who's just starting out, yes, you are gonna love those products, but I've moved on from that, and it's okay to move on from what you used to love or used to enjoy. You don't have to stay stuck in the past. Like, you don't have to worry about that. But with that, the appearance of somebody on YouTube is completely different to how they would be in real life. So I kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit, because I posted a picture of myself probably about half a week ago now on Instagram, and it was actually not like, I wouldn't say it was like a piss take photo, but it was a photo where I was trying to prove that they're the same looks that you see through the Instagram feed. Like, if you know me in real life, and if you know me and you watch me on YouTube, or you know the photos that I post, those posts were not me. They wasn't my makeup style. It was a bunch of other YouTubers or influencers' makeup style, and I just sort of copied it, because I wanted to see what you guys would think if I actually posted a photo or a video with me looking like an influencer. And you guys actually really liked it, which was besides the point. I was nice in the comments, but it really wasn't what I was going for. I actually wanted people to come at me and be like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? This isn't your makeup style. You don't do that. Like, but they didn't. They loved it. With that in turn, I was a bit like, oh, well, maybe people don't know me at all then, because that's not me at all. At all. I feel like from doing YouTube, you learn to be something that you're not in real life. Like, I try and be as true to myself as I am. Like, some days I go to work with no makeup on. Sometimes I film with no makeup on. Sometimes I have straight hair. Sometimes I have wavy hair. Sometimes I have curly hair. I certainly don't get my hair cut all the time. I don't get it dyed all the time. I sometimes have chipped nails. I have chipped nails today. I sometimes have nice nails. I don't know. The list is endless, but one time I posted a picture with no mascara on. I forgot to put it on. But I just want to try and stay true to myself. But I feel like a lot of people follow the trends, and they'll say it's good just to say it's good. And I don't think that is fair. To me, that's not fair, because you're painting the wrong picture. Now, if I've ever said to you guys, this is really good, you need to try it, then I'm generally not lying to you. I wouldn't do that, because I know that you guys are going to go out, take recommendations from me, little old me, to go and buy something. People ask me, what is your favourite subscription box? To me, BIRCHBOX is my favourite, because it's the one that I first started with. It might not be in your eyes the best one out there, but for me, I love my BIRCHBOX, and I feel like that will be the only one day. That'll be the only box I ever get through the post, and I think that if they carry on the way they are, I would be happy with that, and I really wouldn't be mad. I like to have a subscription box where I'm not paying every single month, so it does feel like a treat. It feels like I'm getting a little treat every month without having to spend any money. Of course, you have to pay the little upfront bit at the start, but I don't feel like it's grabbing my money away from me every month, and I'm not seeing it leave my bank all of the time. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is just going to be one of those videos where I just talk what I feel like the truth is. So while we're talking about money, I feel like it's a nice place to move on for my next point, which is debt. People get themselves in debt for YouTube. They don't earn as much as they definitely put into it. Now, we all know that for sure. Obviously, the bigger YouTubers, yes, but people who have got my subscriber count, some people that I know who have got 10,000 nearly subscribers and under, they are not making enough money to accommodate what they spend to review on YouTube. And I feel like this is where we, as smaller YouTubers, need to really knuckle down, knock our heads together, and figure out what we're doing. If you, like, I'm not justifying why everybody else spends their money on makeup items, beauty boxes, advent calendars. You spend your money on what you want, but I know there's probably, and I can tell from some of the people that I watch in particular, that they would be feeling how I'm feeling. I'm just saying it, not for them, I'm saying this for me, but they might feel the same way. I know people who have said to me, oh my god, have you seen the release from Makeup Revolution? I'm gonna have to put it on my credit card. Or I've seen people write in the comments, I'm gonna have to get a loan out for this one. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you put yourself in that position to feel like you need something that badly to have a purchase of some more powder that's just going to end up sitting on the shelf next week because something new's come out? I honestly, right, I used to do orders from Revolution like every other week and at least once a month. And at the time, I could afford it. I wasn't engaged, I didn't have a wedding to save for, and we had a house. We had no intentions of getting our own house because we'd just been declined from a mortgage place. So at the time it was fine to do that, but now I need to knuckle down. I know what I want. I want a house, and I want those little sort of luxuries of holidays, because that's what me and Joey work for. So for me, buying all these things is not really an option anymore. Obviously I'm going to treat myself. I'm not going to say I'm going to do a no buy because that would be unrealistic for me personally. But getting into debt, I'm not going to get into debt anyway, but getting into a debt is not an option. And I don't feel like if you haven't got the money, that then anyone else should be getting themselves into debt for the sake of a new box or a new makeup palette or a new lipstick or a new anything. If you haven't got it, don't get it. It's my opinion. Sorry. And because of just talking about these new releases, I feel like people feel like they need to be loyal to companies. Like, I certainly felt like this. I honestly felt like every time I bought makeup, I'd have to get it from Makeup Revolution. I had to be loyal to that one brand. But why would you do that? You wouldn't go around someone's house in a normal day-to-day life who doesn't do YouTube, who isn't an influencer, and for one, see drawers and drawers of makeup. It just would not happen. But you also wouldn't see it all from the same brand. You'd see a mixture of brands, a mixture of products, and a mixture of feelings about those products and brands from that person. You wouldn't just see one brand. And it just seems so unrealistic and so out of reach for me now. Like, I know I was in this position where I had 8 drawers full to the rim of makeup. Just full. And it just seems absolutely insane to me now to think that I lived that life. And I know full well when I had them 8 drawers of makeup that I was literally living off the same 10 products. Yeah, okay, some of them were Makeup Revolution. In fact, a lot of them were Makeup Revolution. But just because I loved one thing, I took it to the extreme and then loved everything, and it wasn't that needed to be. I still have products now that I did declutter, that I did love, but I didn't love them enough to keep them, or I didn't love the whole of the product to keep it. Like palettes, I'm not just going to keep for 2 or 3 shades, or eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, highlighting palettes just to keep for 2 shades. Like, it seems unreal. With loyalty in mind, I took away all of my collaboration items, for the simple fact is I'm one of these people, if I'm supporting one YouTuber or influencer or blogger or anything like that, I feel like I have to support them all, and I can't afford to. Especially with Makeup Revolution, it's another good example. They bring out collaborations like they are going out of fashion. They bring so many out so close together, and it's so unrealistic for the actual average consumer to buy all of these products. It's just not real, and I can't support one, so I don't want to support any. And it's not because I don't like these people to watch, obviously I do, or to look at, or whatever the case may be. I just cannot afford to keep collecting collaborations. I'll have a whole shelf full of collaborations at this rate. And I just honestly, I don't know, I just feel like I don't need to be loyal. I feel loyal to BIRCHBOX, but when I get BIRCHBOX, I'm not being loyal to one particular brand. I'm just being loyal to the company that distributes the brand. So in a way, I kind of am a bit of a hypocrite for saying that, but at the same time, I'm not being loyal to one brand. I'm learning about new brands as well as getting some brands that I love at the same time. And I've noticed as I've decluttered, whether it be on purpose or not, I do tend to find myself thinking, I don't really need that anymore, and it'll be a drugstore, and oh my god, yes, I love that, and it'll be high end. And that's not because I'm a high end snob, because that is not the case at all, but I must favour these luxury products and enjoy using them more than my lower sort of end of products. like, don't get me wrong, I do use my drugstore products, but if now that I shop my stash through my stash, I do find myself reaching for those products that I absolutely love, and they are more luxury products. Maybe it's just that part of the day that I enjoy where I'm just like, oh yes, I don't know. But I don't feel loyal to anybody. I don't feel like at the moment, I don't feel like I need every single purchase or product or item from a brand, and I certainly do not ever see myself in a foreseeable future going back to that track, because that's not a track that I really want to be on. At the moment, I have 4 drawers of makeup and I have a 5-drawer dressing table, so I'm pretty happy with that. I have a drawer for like nail care and like skincare, hair care and body care, and if I can narrow that down, I'd be absolutely amazed. But we'll see how the year takes us. I'm not making any commitments right now. In my head I have a goal, but I don't want to make any solid commitments right now because I'm not sure where it will lead me in the future. But I just feel like YouTube can suck you in all of the wrong ways for all of the wrong reasons, and although we've all got a connection here for the things that we love, I feel like, do we love him or do we just need them? I'm not sure. I think I've covered all of my notes, to be honest with you. The only thing that I really have missed, I feel like I've covered by accident, and it's like making memories and just saying yes to more experiences rather than saying I can't afford it and then getting like a beauty box or something, or a new palette or some new makeup. And most of the time now, my beauty boxes and my makeup purchases come out of my monthly spend, so if I have to really, really want it for it to come out of my £100 monthly budget. I mean, this is a trial that I've been doing this month, and because it is my birthday and I did get some birthday money, I did go a little bit over, but I feel for the most part I have actually stayed within my budget, and I still, like I said, I'm halfway through the month and halfway through the budget, and I feel like it gives me something to aim for. And I feel like now I could introduce a savings scheme and see how we get on with that. But the truth about YouTubers, or YouTube shall I say, is I think it just sucks you in with money, stuff, being greedy, wanting views, wanting subscribers. I feel like your appearance changes a little bit. I know mine has, but I try and stay true to myself at the same time. People getting into debt is a big one. I think a lot of people who have been on no buys, I think it's because they are in debt and they need to get themselves out of that debt, and they have nothing to aim for, so they have to then put themselves on a no buy to get themselves out of it. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's like, you'd have to be in a really extreme place in order to go on a no buy, in my humble opinion. Like, no disrespect to anyone who I know who's on one right now at all. I think good on you, because if I could go and have a no buy, in debt or not, I would, you know, feel so accomplished at the end of it. But I feel like I need to find my feet again and where my place is in this community of YouTube, or whether I don't belong here at all. I'm not really sure at the moment, but I feel like I just needed to get it out, so here I am getting it out. If you did enjoy, and sorry if you did watch for 18 minutes of me rambling about nothing, then thank you. Give me a big thumbs up if you agree, thumbs down if you don't agree, because that's absolutely fine, don't have to agree. And let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section, because I'd really like to know how you feel about this topic. I feel like a lot of people are thinking it, but they don't want to be the person to say it. You know me, I'll just go say it anyway. But thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.